My name is Moon Petrie. It is the 13th of July and I am still working on it. I've not gotten anything done yet today. There are 3 significant things left on my to-do list that happen within the first 2 acts, and then I'm gonna have a lot of work to do on the 3rd act. For now, I'm just hoping if I can get those few big things dealt with in the next few days, then I will have about 2 weeks to focus entirely on the 3rd act that was my biggest concern all along. So that is going to be my goal. One of these things is to try and find a place for a small scene or something to be added to a scene, something important I want someone to say, words of wisdom. And then there's an entire scene, a pretty long scene, maybe even a chapter of few things are needing to get worked into it. Birds and stones don't appeal to me. Killing multiple television sets with 1 brick. So those are the bigger things. The other thing is smaller. There may be more than one smaller thing. I'm gonna get cracking. When I was little, I went through a lengthy phase where my favorite Disney movies were the adventurous ones, is how I thought of it. Clearly, it's the ones with male protagonists. I really loved Jungle Book, Robin Hood, and especially The Sword in the Stone. It's the 14th. I just got some stuff done. So between yesterday and today, I did these few things. One of them was a sort of logistic housekeeping thing about what is in the protagonist's backpack, and it's not very fun, but I can't have it inconsistent or wrong or in some way make what happens not possible, so I had to deal with that. And there was something that I wanted to eliminate that comes up in the 3rd act, and I needed to make sure that I hadn't led up to it because I'm going to change it when I get to the 3rd act. And a significant-ish thing of trying to work in some more connection in her hometown, because I want overall for there to be a sense of she's got that typical teenage small town, like this place sucks and I'm out of here kind of feeling a little bit. And I wanted her to realize that you can branch out, you can move on without necessarily like utterly rejecting something. Anyway, so I wanted to dramatize rather than summarize some interactions with other people in the town that have some kind of impact on her connection with her, particularly Louis the coffee shop guy and Susan the head librarian. There's always a librarian. There's always at least one library scene in just about everything I write. So, of course, there was a librarian. There are multiple library scenes. Actually, there are multiple libraries in this one. I wanted to go through and make it clear that this is the kind of place where people matter to each other, people pay attention to and remember each other, and what coffee drinks they order or what authors they like to read. So I have everything taken care of that happens in the first 2 acts, except for this one big scene that I need to add, and I found the spot where I'm going to add it. I'm going to tonight and tomorrow have that be my priority, writing this scene, fitting it in, and including these. Basically, there are 2 main things that I need in there in order for everything to fit together. And then after that, all I'm really going to be worried about, my main focus, is going to be Act 3, which I just checked is almost 22,000 words. From the point that they cross over all the way through to the end and they get back in the aftermath. There's a lot wrong with that. A lot of the things that instead of a clear fix, I've had to brainstorm, and so I have general ideas but not anything pinpointed. So that's going to be the big challenge with that. If I can get the big scene done today and tomorrow, I'm going to have the whole second half of camp to work on that final act, which I do have some better ideas for, but it's all kind of wishy-washy. My kids had to try sherbet because that is definitely a pivotal 80s experience. So this is called sherbet. It's orange sherbet. Give it a taste. What do you think?
Tastes sort of like yogurt. Yum. It's great. It's sort of like yogurt and sort of like ice cream.
I got kids behind me picking berries. We got lots of red and black raspberries right now. It is the 15th and I did it. So I didn't do any more last night. My husband finally got me to watch The Umbrella Academy. So when all the kids are in bed, we have been watching an episode of that together. I'm only like 7 episodes into season 1, so if you have seen it, don't spoil anything for me, but I'm really enjoying it so far. Super weird, but quite a delight. Anyway, so I didn't work on anything more last night, but today, this littlest one had quite a good nap, and I was able to write the entire scene that I needed to write. Whew, it was a little bit emotionally intense, so I felt like I needed a moment to recover from that, but all is chaos and chores and things needing to be done now, so I'm feeling good about that. I'm feeling like almost everything I have to do now is either in that last act or ripples from it. Feel like ripples are a thing that happens afterward. I mean, you know, stuff I may have to weave in as a lead up to it, but I am feeling glad that that is over, and here we are halfway through the month, and I've gotten all the sort of housekeeping stuff, the timeline, the name list, all of those parts done, and all of the little bits throughout the okay-ish part of the book done, and now I can really just focus on that third act. And I do have, as I think I said before, some good brainstorming that I have done that will really help with figuring out how to tackle that. So I'm not quite sure what's going to be my first step with that, and that is okay. For now, I'm feeling like this is a big win, and I'm just going to chill and celebrate and grill some hot dogs and stuff like that. Until next time, I am Moon Petrie, and don't forget to smell the flowers and taste the berries and have some summer fun.